I was watching a Billie Eilish interview a while back, and she was saying that one of the worst things about being famous and doing interviews all the time is like she has to remind herself that when she's talking to someone, it's not an interview, which whatever, like I guess I just really like cannot conceptualize being that famous. But like an interview is a one-sided thing. Like you're not there to be like, how are you doing? You know?
True. Okay.
Like it was really weird for me at first, like not talking about the other person at all. Like that's not how a conversation works.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It isn't. I love hearing famous people talk about like when they became good at interviews, or like, you know, like when they talk about like, I feel like the Jonas Brothers in James Corden Carpool Karaoke, they talked about how like Disney like trained them in interviews because since they work for Disney, they weren't allowed to talk about certain things.
Interesting. Yeah.
And so like Disney would like train them to like, have you never seen it? Have you never seen the Carpool Karaoke episode?
I feel like I keep up with those.
They like talk about it, and then like James, because basically they're like, you know, did they something like when they worked for Disney, someone would ask like, you know, how do you feel working for a child to come or whatever? Yeah, they would like, and then they would have like an answer, and like James like asked Nick, and he like said what he would have said as a kid that they like trained him to say, and it was like scary of like you're a robot, you know, like
yeah. Wow, that's so interesting, actually.
Yeah, you need to go watch it. It's crazy because I didn't think I just don't think about like interviews. I'm like, oh, I'd love to be interviewed, but not thinking like there are certain things you're not allowed to say. Yeah. You're not asking the other person what they think, especially for people that like work like for a company. Like when they were signed to Disney, they were like really set and like that you can't talk about this, you can't talk about this. You need to, you know?
Yeah. No, like your whole life is being
that's like the fascinating part of like famous people to me. Like I hate when people think it's annoying that like I'm obsessed with famous people, but like no, their lives are so fascinating. Like that's fascinating.
Well, I just think like the idea of being famous is like the reason like being a celebrity is not for everyone. And so it's just like we don't understand what it is like to live your life under a microscope, which actually I have something to say about that. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's seriously fun with Katie and Sarah.
What's up, everybody?
We're on Zoom again.
We are on Zoom, and we also like hopped into this episode like
just going.
Yeah. Was that our intro?
That was our intro, and I'm keeping the other part in before it.
Okay, cool. I actually love. Wait, I do want to go back to our famous people conversation, but I love, so Annie F. Downs that I've talked about 12 million times. She has 2 podcasts. She has one called That Sounds Fun. It's her original podcast. She interviews people, whatever. Then she has one called Annie and Eddie Keep Talking, and it's her and this guy, Eddie Kaufholz. And a lot of times they comes out twice a week. It's like a 30, 45-minute podcast. And it's literally them talking about whatever they want, kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll start the podcast and they'll be talking. Or actually, she does this on her actual podcast as well with like guests. And they'll be like, wait, are we recording? And she's like, oh, yeah, we've been recording for like the past 5 minutes.
LOL.
That's so funny. And that's basically what we just did.
No, for sure. I'm setting a timer. Listeners, you're welcome.
Smart. See, I like the long episodes, and I think some people probably do, but some people are probably like, this is so long.
Well, I don't mind talking for all of eternity, but then when I go to edit, and it's fun. I think I've said this before, maybe not on the podcast or maybe so, whatever. You ever like it's not that funny. You're like, I'm gonna just edit the podcast real quick. Like I physically cannot do it any faster than the length of the podcast, which really
but you're like, oh, I'll just sit down and do it.
Yeah, because I'm like really a person about efficiency, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just do this real quick. No, like I'm gonna do it real 1 hour and 15 minutes. Like that's
seriously 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Seriously, it takes as long as the podcast is, which I just like every time I have to face that every single week, it just makes me upset. So
yeah.
Also, go on.
I was gonna say after this podcast, I need you to remind me to send my editor my vlog footage from Dallas a month ago.
Sarah, you haven't sent it to her yet?
No, because my life has been so crazy and I haven't sent it. And I need to send it to her now because I'm about to take more vlog footage this weekend when I'm in Florida.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll remind you. Speaking of YouTube, my segue about the like Nick Jonas celebrity thing.
Yeah.
I was watching the Dolan twins made a video reading people's assumptions about them because if you didn't know, I didn't realize this until I watched the video today, and it wasn't that explicit, but I think they got canceled. They were trending the hashtag on Twitter, Dolan's the Dolan's is over party, something like that. It was like trending on Twitter a couple weeks ago. I think they were gonna post a video on Juneteenth and like didn't know that they shouldn't be posting a video on the national holiday that is Juneteenth. But like people canceled them before they even posted the video, I think.
Y'all, can we talk? This is what I feel. I think that there might be some situations where someone gets, I don't like the word canceled. I don't know that but like if something comes out and like, I'm trying to think of someone that like you probably shouldn't support. Like someone that has done like,
okay,
I'm like trying to think of an example.
Maybe like, okay, if a famous person is like in a lawsuit for, I don't know, murdering 10 people, like,
or like rape or like
also,
stuff like that. Okay. Like I get it. We don't need to support someone that does those things. But like what bothers me sometimes, and I'm going to choose my words carefully. I hope everyone understands what I'm saying. When people find like tweets, I feel like this is the one. Tweets from celebrities from 5+ years ago, and it's them using like the N-word or like the R word or, you know, a word that we don't need to be using. I get like that's not okay. 1000% not okay. But are we not allowing people some grace to change and to learn their mistakes?
Sarah, that's exactly it. And I also think there's like a huge difference between like, oh, I don't support this artist. I don't like this celebrity. That's fine and like very acceptable. What's not okay is like canceling or just like completely invalidating someone's human existence.
Yeah.
Like just because you are looking at someone and they made a mistake, first of all, exactly, grace. I feel like we actually have talked about this on a podcast before. Like,
maybe
how many things have we done that if it was on video or it was on Twitter, like, that's terrifying to even think about. But because celebrities are living their life under a microscope, every single person has the freedom and ability to see what they're doing and like see the mistakes that they've made, and people are just really
especially when we're talking about stuff that happened years ago,
right?
Like I hope I am way different and better of a person than I was 5 years ago. So like, you know, I don't know.
For sure.
It's just that's funny that you said the Dolan twins, because today I watched, so you know Thomas from the Hype House.
Okay. Yes.
I haven't watched the Dolan twins video. I watched Thomas's video with them. But it was funny because I didn't even realize people thought they looked alike. But then like when they stood next to each other, I was like, oh wait, they do kind of look alike.
I didn't realize that people thought they looked alike either. Nor did I even really realize that Thomas was a YouTuber. I don't think I follow him on anything.
Oh, see, I do. He posts 3 videos a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're just vlog. I mean, they're like, you know, 6-minute vlogs.
Just like I think he's cool. I don't dislike him. I just don't have ever like looked into his stuff. Yeah. What was Thomas's video about?
It was just, so his are like David Dobrik, where like he uses clickbait, and then like his whole video's not like
not about the clickbait.
I mean? So it was like they basically the main part about the Dolan twins was like Thomas went to their house to film, and then he brought in the Hype House, and he had I don't remember if it was Ethan or Grayson. I really have no idea. I don't know the difference between them.
Grayson,
because I haven't watched him for a long time.
Yeah,
that they say that he looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had Grayson go inside like Thomas and Ethan. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I was like, wait, is that right? I'm like just saying the name over and over. Thomas and Ethan sat in the car, and like and Grayson, they'd never been in the Hype House. Thomas gave Grayson like his vlog camera and like had him go in the house, and he was like, let's see if anyone like thinks you're me. So he like goes in the house, and like everyone was like, oh my gosh, I thought you were Thomas. Like it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
That's funny. Okay, so the Dolan twins, it was like Ethan in the beginning being like, so their clickbait was like surprising Grayson with his least favorite TikToker.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, I don't know if I think like they have like different body builds. Like not really. But
I think and see, in Thomas's video, everyone kept saying they had the same bodies. They were both like kind of thick and I was like, are they? I think their faces look kind of similar. I think it's the eyebrows.
Yeah, probably so.
But it was funny because like everyone in the video was like, wait, I never thought y'all looked alike until y'all are standing next to each other, and now I think you look alike.
Yeah, in the Dolan Twins video, like Ethan was filming and like it was them two, Grayson and Thomas standing next to each other, and they were like yelling, screaming because they look so similar. But their video concept was that Ethan got Thomas and like just showed up at the Dolan Twins house. Okay. So Grayson was like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing here? And then Ethan was like, I think we have some beef to settle. Like there's literally
no beef. Have beef or no?
No, they don't have beef, but secretly, like between the twins, Grayson doesn't like that Thomas looks like him and is like more popular than him, low key. Like he has like told Ethan that. And so then like Ethan's just trying to play a joke.
Okay, I see.
The listeners are like, we could not care less.
Oh,
I kind of forgot we were recording a podcast for a second. I'm like just trying to explain to you this concept, this video that you could easily go watch in 10 minutes of your life.
And I will watch it, especially because like tomorrow I'm gonna be at the airport. Like I'll probably be watching YouTube videos like the whole time.
Sarah, I'm so jealous that you're traveling.
I'm really excited. I like started to get nervous of like, is this like, should I be doing this? But I was like, I feel like maybe this is not like I just know a lot of people that have traveled in the last like month and like they're okay and like yeah, I feel fine about it. Like I think especially because I mean like the airports they're like cleaning and it's gonna be fine. And then like when I'm in Orlando, like I'm really just gonna be hanging out at Megan's apartment and like they're all fine and I'm fine, you know, like I mean we are going to Disney World, but I also feel fine about Disney. So
I saw, who did I see? I think someone on TikTok at Disney World, and a comment was like, it's not their fault the parks are open. I was like,
yeah, and I saw something that was like, just because they're open doesn't mean you should go.
Well, yeah, of course.
But I don't know. I just feel like Disney is one of probably the cleanest places in the world, like to be completely honest.
I think we said that before too. It's like, maybe lower risk than going to Walmart.
Well, and also, so a family that I know just went like last week and they were posting like updates like throughout the day, and I'm telling you there's no one there.
Really?
Like I've been checking like on the Disney app, you know, you can look at like no matter where you are and see what the wait times are.
Oh my god.
Literally does like no ride gets above like 10 minutes.
That's insane.
Oh, I'm about to ride Space Mountain as many times until I get sick. Like
that's so fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I wish that I was doing
Okay, can we talk about a TikTok trend that has me really curious?
Yes, please.
Have you been seeing people, this one girl did a video and like everyone's been using her sound, and she talked about how she was like, my whole life I thought I had straight hair and I've been like brushing my hair out, and the girl was like, but I'm going to do all this to it and see like what it looks like. Have you seen this at all?
I saw a TikTok of a girl saying like, I have in between hair.
Yeah, but she thought she had straight hair.
Maybe so.
Okay, basically I think that's me. Okay, so when I brush my hair, and see my hair's kind of wet right now, so it's just kind of like whatever. But see how it's not like super straight?
Yeah.
Like see how it's kind of like, that's kind
of. Okay. The podcast listeners are like.
But see over here, I mean, some of this is kind of, it's not curly, but it's not straight. What?
That's the podcast listeners right now. My loneliness, because they can't.
That was good, Katie.
Okay, so her hair is like slightly wavy. Okay.
Yeah, slightly wavy. Well, like, so I just washed it. That's why. Well, I washed it. I guess I took a shower. I mean, it's almost dry now. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. So tomorrow morning when I wake up and brush it, you know, I'm gonna brush it. And my hair, whenever I brush it, it gets like, I don't know if frizzy is the right word, but it like kind of like expand, you know, like it.
Yeah.
And that's what this girl's hair did in the video. And she's like, I've always brushed my hair through like this. And then someone told me, stop doing that. And you need to like treat your hair like it's curly. And I was like, wait, what? And so she did, it was a lot of steps. So I'm gonna have to like really commit if I'm gonna try this.
Wow.
But she like washed her hair. She did all this stuff to it. She plopped it with a t-shirt, which is like a new like trend or whatever.
Yes.
And like did all this stuff to it, like slept in it. Then the next morning got up and did all. And then when she was done with the whole process, it wasn't curly like you would like. Who's someone we like? It wasn't like curly like I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't curly like her hair, but it was not like you know what I mean. Like it looked like it was supposed to. It was like in between.
Okay.
And so I was like, is this what my hair would really look like if I actually like took care of it? Because when I was a child, I had really curly hair.
Me too, actually.
Like really, and I've read, then I started Googling, like reading about it. And I've read that like if you were a kid and you had curly hair and then you like don't have it anymore, it's because you like didn't take care of your hair, of like your curly hair. If you would have kept taking care of it, you probably would still have curly hair. But they're like, it's not too late. Like you can like try and get some wave back to it.
Wow.
But I was so Katie, you could probably do it too because your hair is like pretty wavy.
Yeah, I would say my hair is naturally pretty wavy. Also, whenever I have my hair like in a ponytail, my baby hairs make like a ringlet curl. Because like when I was little, I had really curly hair too. I don't know that I want my hair to be
curly-haired girls.
Seriously, curly hair.
See, I don't think mine would be curly, but I think it would be a lot wavier.
Yeah.
If I actually did something to it.
I also think now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Katie, your hair is like really wavy.
Yeah. I also just took a shower. So this is like my natural. Actually, when I sleep with wet hair, I wake up. Maybe that's just because like I'm sleeping on it. But it's super. I call it beach waves. It's like not curls, but it's super wavy.
Yeah. Mine does the same thing. Like if I washed my hair like probably a couple hours ago, so it'll be dry by the time I go to sleep. But if I like took a shower and got into bed, in the morning for sure I have like decent waves. But then when I brush them, they're like, you know, they like.
So in high school, I used to never brush my hair, like literally ever, because I just liked how my hair looked better without me brushing it. It would like kind of naturally dread a little bit and just be better. Now I brush my hair a lot. Like I feel like I don't like when my hair is not almost in like that poofy state that you were saying. Not poofy, but I just like for it to be brushed out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, maybe if I one day like sit down and look at the products I need to buy, like maybe I'll give it a try.
Would you rather have curly hair though?
I don't know if I'd rather have curly hair, but I think it would be cool to see that like my hair could do something different. And if I wanted to do that, it's a possibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Because also I was like, because my hair is very like, I don't know that I would say I have straight hair because it's not pinned straight.
Yeah.
It's just like awkward waves. And I don't ever do anything to it. And I was like, what if because I never do anything to it, like that's why my hair looks the way it does. I don't really care because I'm not like really into hair.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
But I think it'd be cool to try. Yeah. It could be a whole YouTube video maybe.
True. So true.
Yeah. I mean.
That's exciting. I feel blessed because I really actually love my natural hair. Like I rarely.
I don't hate my hair. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
I care less about my hair. I think it'd just be fun to try.
Yeah.
What kind of? I thought you were gonna say something
from hair. I have no idea.
Wait, I had a dream. Oh. Wait, I cannot believe I forgot to tell you this.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, I don't know if you can see, but one of my nails broke.
I see that. Yes.
And these are like my real nails.
Wait,
so like it's not. Yeah, these are my real nails. And yeah, last week, me and my intern Kendall, shout out Kendall, were moving the school supply bags that we made during our Connect week.
Yeah.
And I like tried to pick up a whole bunch at one time, and like it literally just like cracked my nail off. Oh. And it was like halfway down like it cracked. It wasn't just like, the tip of it, because my natural nails for the listeners are long.
Yeah, they look like acrylics.
Yeah, people always think they're fake nails, but they're my actual nails.
I have really nice nails.
Thanks. I just take good care of them, and I always keep them painted so they just look fake, but they're real. And so my literal nail. So it's not like, my acrylic fell off. No, my literal nail like snapped off my finger. Yeah. Okay, so I had this dream. Yes. I can't remember if it was the last night or the night before. Like not long ago. In my dream, Katie, me and you were in LA with Kale.
Oh my gosh.
And you were working for him.
Amazing.
Like doing stuff for his YouTube. Like you were like videoing, you were editing, like you were doing all kinds of stuff for his YouTube. And I was just there, I guess, along for the ride.
LOL.
So we're in LA and we're like at the Sway House and we're like chilling with like all the Sway House boys. And Kale's like, oh, Taylor Holder just texted me, like, y'all want to go to the Hype House? And we were both like, yeah. And so he was like, cool. And you were like, okay, like, are we filming? And he was like, yeah, let's bring the equipment. Like, I'm sure there'll be some stuff we could film. Like, I think he just wants to hang, whatever. And it was
hilarious.
Both, oh my gosh, we're going to the Hype House. So like we pull up to the Hype House. Also, Kale's driving a Tesla, which I was confused by when I woke up because he doesn't have a Tesla, but I guess in my dream he does.
Yeah.
Also, we drove to California. I'm confused. I don't really know. Do we live there? I don't really know.
Okay.
So, we like pull up to the Hype House and I'm like freaking out. Mm-hmm. And you're like, Sarah, you have to like, you can't freak out when you go in. I was like, oh, I know.
Why is this a perfectly realistic like story? Like you could be telling me the story in 10 years and I'd be like, yeah, this happened.
No, literally. I woke up and I was like, am I in LA? Am I at the Hype House right now? Like genuinely like, was like, wait, was that real?
So, that's so funny.
Like, so you're telling me, you're like, okay, Sarah, you have to calm down. So I'm like, of course, I'm not going to go in there and make a fool of myself. Like, I'm going to act cool, especially like we're going with Kale. We can't like embarrass Kale.
Right.
So we like
Kale,
go in the Hype House. What?
Kale, our bestie.
Yeah, for real. Like, shout out Kale. We know you're listening. You don't have to hide anymore.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we like go in the Hype House and we see like Taylor Holder and like his little roommate Nate and their friend Kellyanne, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And Kale's like talking to him and then they're like, oh, like who is it? Are these your like video people? And Kale was like, oh, like this is Katie, this is Sarah. Katie does my YouTube and stuff. And he's like, yeah, but these are my friends, like, you know, whatever. And we were both like, oh, we're like his friends. We're not just like his like,
you know, just like work for him.
So then we're like all sitting around talking, and then the Lopez brothers come in. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So they come in, and I like look at you because obviously I love Andreas Lopez, and
right.
So I literally, Katie, this dream was so real, like so real. So then I like look at you, and you like look back at me, and so Kale's like, "Oh my gosh, like Andre, Tony." Also, he introduces us, and then we all start talking. Like we're all sitting there talking, and then Andreas is like, "Sarah, do you want to go in the kitchen and help me make some food to bring down?"
Oh my goodness.
I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And then I woke up.
That is iconic.
Yeah, I know.
What was the iconic dream of your life?
I know. Are we sure it didn't happen and we like lost our memory?
Let me check my Instagram follower count.
Would you imagine? Goes on Instagram. We have 40 million followers.
Oh my God.
But isn't that, it was so
actually happened though.
I would
that was gonna happen, and then Kale never DM'd me back on Twitter.
I'm still convinced that maybe that's not the end of that saga.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the other day, I'm going on Twitter right now because I don't have Twitter on my phone, so I would like not know if he actually DM'd me. So let me double check.
I will lose my mind if we're sitting on the podcast and he DM'd you back.
I do have one message, but it is from Abby Johnson.
Oh, dang.
He did read my message.
Oh, really? It shows red?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I'm really interested to see what his thumbnails look like.
Okay, same. I like pretty much every day I'm like, oh, Kale makes YouTube videos, but I haven't looked at them yet.
I don't think he's made any yet.
Oh, he has no videos?
Or I think he has like one, but it was before he like posted it before he like tweeted out asking about someone to make his thumbnails. Gotcha. So I don't think that's like, you know, whatever. But now I'm interested to see like if they're not better than yours, I'm going to be mad.
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to DM him and be like, why did you not get Katie to do your thumbnails? Like that would be way better than this trash. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I agree, Sarah.
He comes back and he's like, well, actually, David Dobrik made this, so joke's on you.
Okay, David's birthday merch is really cute. I kind of want it.
Katie, I literally almost bought it, but I was like, I really don't need this. Like, I already have 2 pieces of David's merch, but it's so cute.
It's really iconic.
Did you see the people that won the Tesla?
No, actually.
It was one girl, it was two girls, and he like posted, like he FaceTimed with them and he like posted part of the FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I started thinking like, do I think this is rigged? I like really think it was really random because I was like, okay, if I go on these people's page and they have like a lot of followers, I'm going to be like, okay, both of the girls had like less than 2,000 followers. Like one of the girls was from Chicago. The other one was from like Florida or something.
That's
And
so crazy.
the second girl, literally, David posted, he was like, I can't get a hold of like our second winner, but like this is her this is her tag, like y'all go tell her congratulations. Well, she like gets on, I like watched her Instagram story, and on Instagram story she was like, y'all, I've been at work and everybody be texting me that apparently I won the Tesla.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then she like her FaceTime with David. It was sweet. She was like, you don't know how much I really need a car. Like it was really sweet. But it was just funny. Like, could you imagine like being like at work and then getting off work and like your phone's blowing up because you just won a Tesla from David Dobrik?
Okay, did you see the other guy that David gave
on TikTok?
Yeah, to his dad.
Yes.
I saw the video before David like gave him the Tesla, and I was like, oh, like that's nice.
Me too.
Or actually, I think on the video, you know that stupid person on TikTok that is verified and has David's profile picture?
Yes. It's like, I can't think of he changes his name every few weeks to like another celebrity.
Okay,
it's like,
well, I'm over it.
Arnie. It's Arnie.
Yeah, Dobrik or something like that.
Yeah, now he's Arnie Beck, and he has like Noah Beck's profile picture.
I can't. That guy, every single time, I fall for it.
Oh, same.
But I'm pretty sure David actually did comment on that guy's video and was like, good luck, hope you win, or something like that. So I was thinking that maybe he was gonna, like,
even if he didn't win, like, they did. There was he won like that because there was a giveaway on Instagram, and then David did a giveaway on TikTok.
Oh.
David was like, make a video, and the video with the most likes by Monday wins.
Yes. Okay, so he won that one.
Yeah, so that's the one. But like tons of people were like Thomas from the Hype House, he duetted the kids video about his dad and put like, everybody go like his original video, like we want him to win the Tesla. Like all these big creators were like
jumped on board with it.
Yeah, and they were like, we got to get this guy to win. And I meant to go look yesterday because the guy said he was gonna post a video of him like showing his dad, but I like didn't. I haven't looked.
Gotcha. No, yeah, David Dobrik.
It's hard. It makes me mad when people don't like David Dobrik.
I don't see what's not to like.
Literally,
actually, I don't see what's not to love.
True.
Like, stand-up guy.
True. But remember how I told you my friend Anthony, like met David Dobrik in Miami, like.
Oh yeah.
I got a picture with him and Jeff and Zane. Well, during like the giveaway, he like posted it to his story, and then he was like, happy birthday to my bud David, and then he posted the picture again of them in Miami and was like, hope to see you soon. And so it was just funny because like it looks like it's his actual friend's like birthday. Wait, have we talked about how my mom posted it and like what she said? I made an Instagram story about it.
Like you told me, but wait, when did you talk about this?
I don't think we've talked about it. I think I just made an Instagram story.
Oh, you're so right.
So obviously David did a Tesla giveaway, and it was on his birthday. So I shared the post to my story. And first, let me just say this because it makes me upset, and I ranted about it on Instagram as well. I hate the people. I don't hate them, but
I already know what you're gonna say.
It makes me mad. So many people. So David did the Tesla giveaway, and like a lot of people, you had to like it, you had to follow, then you had to share the post on your story. So a lot of people did, and so many like butthurt people were posting like, "Stop sharing on your story. Like you're not gonna win a Tesla from David Dobrik," or like, "LOL at all the losers thinking they're gonna win David." First of all, if you don't like what I share on my page, unfollow me. Like hit the unfollow button, and that's the end of it. Second of all, why are you so pressed about people posting? Like, oh my, it's not that serious.
It's really not.
And also, I'm not stupid. I'm well aware the odds of me winning that Tesla are pretty low. But guess what? I bet you those two girls that won didn't think they were going to win either.
Exactly.
It just makes me mad. And I just saw people over and over and over talking about it. And I was like, unfollow the people that do it. Just unfollow. Please, I'm begging you to unfollow me. Like, I'm about to unfollow you because, like, it's just stupid, you know?
Yeah. It's so dumb.
Yeah. It just makes me mad because any type of hate towards other people's, like
what are you doing?
What?
Wait, what did you say?
Like anybody that like hates on other people, what other people post makes me mad because like number one, I'm allowed to post whatever I want, and number two, unfollow me if you don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
simple actually.
you remember how in the beginning of quarantine, everyone was doing like the quarantine bingos and all that,
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, stop doing the." Literally unfollow me.
Yeah, there's actually also an option to mute people's posts and stories, or one or the other. There are tools you can use them to your advantage.
Like, please stop. Like, oh, it just makes me so mad.
Yeah,
Because it's my Instagram. If you don't want to see it, unfollow me.
I'm sorry that I'm a content creator and that the jokes will not be making themselves. All right.
Exactly. Ugh. Okay, back to the David story. Now that I've gotten that rant out the way, it just makes me mad. Who do people think they are
Who do they
to
think they
tell
are?
me what I can post? Okay. So David does the giveaway. I post on my story. It's his birthday. So I put like happy birthday to my hubby, right?
Right.
So then I went home. That was the night I like went home to Slidell. And so I told my mom, I was like, wait, you should share it, like enter the giveaway. And so she's doing it. And I was like, wait, I was like, can you please put on it happy birthday to my son-in-law? And she's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, it'll be really funny, especially for all her little old people friends who don't know who David Dobrik is, who are going to be like,
Sarah
son-in-law?
got married.
Like, what? So I like shared it. I like did it for her because she's like, how do I even do that to my story? And I'm like,
LOL.
So I share it. No one said anything, and I was high key upset. But then, like the next night, we had a little like a small birthday party for my grandma. It was just like me, my mom, my grandparents, like my aunt and uncle, whatever.
Yeah.
A couple of my cousins, and one of my cousins, it's like the kid I'm always the kid, like I always say baby, but like the toddler I'm always with that I post about. So his mom, my cousin, she like was like, who is that boy that your mom posted, you and your mom both posted about? And I was dying. I was like, also my cousin's not that old. She's like early 30s. And I was like, Kate, David Dobrik. And she's like, okay, I'm confused. I didn't know that you were dating anyone.
I'm screaming.
I was like, yeah, he's a famous person. And she was like, that makes sense. Like, he was standing in front of 2 Teslas. And I was like, yeah. But I was like, and then my aunt said the same thing. My aunt was like, yeah, I had no idea who that was. I was just as confused. And I was like, okay, I'm glad this worked on someone.
Yeah. No, that's too good. Yeah, it kind of does shock me when people don't know who David Dobrik is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, you don't need to watch his stuff, but I feel like he's just so iconic that he comes up in conversation a lot.
He does. Well, and also, like, even before I watched his like videos, I knew who he was.
True.
You know, like I wasn't like totally. I guess if you're like older and you don't watch YouTube, then like you won't know who David is. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of.
I relate to that because I literally name like a movie star, and I'm like, who the heck are you talking about? Like very famous people that everyone in the conversation is like laughing and making references to, and I'm like, I genuinely don't know who that is. Like, I'm sorry.
Katie, I feel like you do know. You would know.
Maybe. I mean, okay, really, really famous people, yes.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, who's Ryan Reynolds? Like, you know who that is.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh my gosh.
The guy in my brain that came to mind is Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah.
He's famous.
Oh, yeah, he's famous.
Try and give me one that I don't know who it is.
Someone that's like Viola Davis.
I've heard the name.
Okay. It's the lady she's like the main lady in How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, I watched that for a half a second.
That's Annalise Keating is Viola Davis.
Wait, that was a good show.
It's a great show. I'm trying to think. See, I don't really know. Okay. Okay. famous people. Obviously, we talk about famous people a lot. Like,
yeah,
we are intrigued by famous people, and I follow a lot more like YouTubers, influencer type people than like movie star, because I know, I think probably more than you do, because I do like movies and stuff.
Yeah,
but in general, I don't follow a lot of actors and stuff on like Instagram or like keep up with their lives. Oh, who's there? Do we have a guest? Kendall.
Hello.
Everyone.
Hi. I just
Hi,
want to wave. I'm just getting some water.
Oh, cool. Wow, I can't believe that you're here. That's crazy. We were just talking about Lil Huddy.
No,
Let the joke die.
The joke will Kendall, I will never let the joke die. Kendall, we will be 80
that
years
was
old,
so funny.
I'm going to make a joke about Lil Huddy at your funeral.
Wait, what? Why am I dying before you?
Okay, if I die before you, you have to make a Lil Huddy joke at my funeral, okay?
Deal.
Okay, perfect. Wait, Kendall. Little Huddy recently like went home, so he was like posting videos with his sisters,
Yeah,
and
Carissa is like all over his TikTok right now. I was gonna send it to you, but
yeah, I literally was like, oh my gosh, like I'm basically watching Kendall.
Okay, so I swear I am going to California next week to visit family, so I will see if I can hang out with Carissa and Jamie, because Jamie's my cousin.
Kendall,
but like. Sarah, let it go.
Kendall, if you don't make that happen, I'm gonna be really upset. Kendall, if you do, can you please FaceTime me just so I can say hi to Lil Huddy's sister, just so I can say that I talked to her?
Wait, I mean,
I wonder how she feels about that.
I was like, maybe we'll see. Maybe okay. Here's here's what we can do.
Okay,
this is like going up on the
internet.
meeting.
Yeah.
So if I'm with her, I'll text you. And you can FaceTime me, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, my friend Sarah's FaceTiming me. And you can be like, hey, and I'll be like, hey, like this is my cousin Jamie, and her friend Carissa.
And I'll act like I don't know who she is. Like I'll be like, oh cool, like nice to meet you.
You're not gonna be able to hold it together.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
You're gonna screen record the FaceTime.
No, I promise you, I will act so cool and like whatever. But then I'll tell everyone that I know that I talked to Lil Huddy's sister. I just won't be weird to her.
That's totally fine. So
you have to make this happen.
Okay, I will see. We'll see.
Kendall, what if for some reason Lil Huddy like goes home while you're there?
Oh, and I like go have dinner with him. Yeah.
Sarah's face.
This is just us being so close to the hype house.
So very close.
Okay, I'll never forget when I first told, like, when Sarah first found out about this, she was just like, "This is my in. This is it." Also, anyone who's listening to this podcast, like audio only, this part you need to watch online because so much of it has just been our facial expressions. Online, what am I talking about? YouTube.
I will never forget when Katie called me and told me, or did you tell me on the podcast? I can't remember.
Why was that so long ago?
Because it was.
I don't even remember.
I think you called.
The joke die.
I will.
Podcast listeners, do you think the joke should die or not? Let us know.
I will never. Do y'all not know me? I never let jokes die.
Also, the podcast listeners don't talk back to us, so I don't think the joke is ever gonna die.
If this one time everyone comes out the
every person
like, Sarah, stop talking about
20 people message us. Please let the joke die. We're like, oh, message received. Okay, got it. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
It's just you can't tell me it's not funny.
It's really funny, and it's just like the hugest coincidence of my life.
Same. But it's also like I just love stuff like this, you know?
True.
When you find out, like, I don't know.
Yeah, or just like the normal thing about like Kendall being from Washington and her family living in California. Now she's my roommate, and like, we were never gonna make a podcast, but now we have a podcast. Lil Huddy just like randomly got famous, and like it's just like all the weird.
You know what I would call that? Jesus.
Divine
He made all of those things happen. I think Jesus wants us to meet Lil Huddy. Okay. I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
That's what. I said that's extreme. Kendall says that's extreme.
Jesus is looking down at us, and he's like, "Do not bring me into this. Like, do not bring me into this."
Cut the cameras. That's my new favorite thing.
Cut the cameras. Wait, Katie, did you watch the TikTok that I sent you earlier?
What was it of?
Of the British girl?
Yes. And she's like, OMG, bloody hell.
Can anyone tell me what ranch is? Yeah, it's this British girl, and she's literally like, can any American tell me what ranch? And the way she said ranch, like she wouldn't say ranch, or she would literally be like, ranch. But I also was like, wait, what is ranch? Like, how do you describe ranch to people?
It's like mayonnaise, spicy mayonnaise.
No,
I don't really like ranch too much.
Oh, I love ranch. But I thought that was just so funny. Like the way that she did. Oh, it was just too good. And then trying for her doing an American accent.
I've been watching a lot of TikToks recently.
You've been sending me a lot.
It's such a good time. I feel like I've been going on TikTok a lot during the day.
Okay.
Which usually I'll like just look at it before I go to sleep. But now I've like switched it up. I look at it in the daytime and don't look at it at night. Are you walking to the dumpster?
Cool.
Podcast listeners, I have a question for you. If you eat or drink something and you accidentally or maybe on purpose leave it to sit out for a really long time, do you just go ahead and throw that away if it's like really beyond the point of saving? Or do you handle it? Do you wash your dishes? Okay, depending on the dish.
Wait, what are you talking? What would you do instead of throwing it away?
No. I mean, like, throw the whole thing away. Like, you're throwing the cup away.
Girl, how long is it sitting out?
Okay, well, Kendall just walked to the living room to go put a mug and a spoon in the dumpster because she left a bowl of Lucky Charms in her room. Probably not for that long. It just looks really disgusting. And so...
No, wash that.
No, I used to get in trouble actually when I was Trumbull.
Okay.
I used to get in trouble when I was little because I would leave like cups of milk in my room and it would get really, really disgusting, and then I would just try and like throw the cups away, but my dad would find out and he'd be like, no, like you need to clean it.
Yeah.
But it was like plastic, like Rotolo's cups.
Okay. I mean,
and I was like, we don't need this. Like,
I don't ever have I don't tend to leave anything out like that. So I think I would try and wash it if I did though.
Yeah, you're the type. Okay, our timer went off. It's time to talk about our favorite things.
How long have we been recording?
That was 40 minutes.
You're such a liar.
I'm not.
Well, you got to think some of that time we have to cut out.
You're so right. But
dang, do you have to now cut this out, me talking about us cutting things out?
No, it'll be so mysterious.
Okay, Katie, before we start talking about favorite things, I really need you to start listening to Zane and Heath.
I should.
You can actually now, this is pretty cool, and I wish we could figure out how to do it. I don't think Spotify is going to let us because I think Spotify's in charge of it. But so Zane and Heath does like we do, or they have a YouTube. They do like what we do.
They do what we do. They actually found out about doing this from us.
But they have a video on YouTube and they put out the audio.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I never sent you the video from a couple weeks ago.
They don't watch the video.
That's okay.
For real, actually, I was going to go on Instagram and talk to our followers, so I might do that and do this. But if you're listening right now, I genuinely want your feedback. Like, do you watch the YouTube video? Do you even consider it to exist? Like,
yeah, good question.
Every now and then, do you want us to post it? Is it a waste of your time? Like, genuinely just give us your feelings so that we can serve you better. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, podcast listeners. Ends it right there. So Zane and Heath do a video and like, but you know, they have like not a podcast studio, but they have a whole room like at Heath's house that's like dedicated to podcast, whatever. And they have an audio, but now Spotify has a video. Like when I listen to it on Spotify, I'm on Spotify and it's playing me the video on Spotify.
In full like video mode?
Yes.
That's really cool, actually.
They talk about it. I'm like almost caught up. I think I have like 5 or 6 episodes till I'm like current.
Oh, that's fun.
And they talk about it in like one of the last couple episodes I listened to. They're like, oh, also if you're on Spotify, like you can now watch the video on Spotify. And like literally like, yeah, it's so cool. But I just think that they are so much like us, or we're so much like them. It's scary.
Okay. Which one am I?
I don't know if either of us is like, oh, you're a Zane and I'm a Heath.
Yeah.
If anything, I don't know. But I just think like the way the stuff they talk about, and like just like the way they talk, like they'll always be like, we have a podcast, or like, you know what? It's just fun. Like you would really find them funny. But there was a whole point to this, and now I'm forgetting. Oh, I think just that I want you to listen to it. All the time they'll be, or like, so Matt and Mariah, I think we talked about this, Mariah's Heath's girlfriend, Matt King.
Yeah.
They like work on the podcast too. It's basically all 4 of them, but Matt and Mariah just don't get to be part of the title.
Gotcha.
And like Matt keeps track of their time, and he'll be okay, like we really got to wrap this up, and Heath and Zane will be like, where has the time gone? What did we just talk about? Like what are we doing? And I'm like, this is literally us. I feel like we need a collab. I just don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Oh, well, definitely not with that attitude.
Okay.
We're gonna collab with them.
And they'll do stuff like Barack Obama, if you're listening. We
That's
know you
us.
are. And I'm literally like, okay, us, except we're doing it to you, Heath and Zane.
Yeah. Wait, wouldn't it be so funny if we made like a video or a TikTok or something of like all the parallels of our podcast and then like got their attention?
Yes, and we were like, oh my gosh.
All right, cool. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to like jot it down as I
Yes. Oh, no, we need to do this now. They fly us out to LA. We get to go. Okay, now we're like really going far.
Yeah, far to LA.
That was good. Okay, favorite things. What favorite things are we talking about today?
In the spirit of my 21st birthday, let's tell our favorite or most iconic / most memorable birthday story.
Okay. Do you have one prepared?
I do have one.
You go ahead while I think.
Okay. So most iconic / memorable / low-key tragic thing that has ever happened to me on my birthday.
Okay.
I was turning maybe like 8, maybe something like that. And a couple months, maybe like 2 months. It had to be the summertime. Okay, my birthday's July 30th. Awesome. So I mean, I was out of school because I was being babysat with my friend that was my neighbor, Sarah Walsh. If you're listening to this, that is very random, and I'd be very surprised to find out that you're listening to this podcast. Anyway, we were being babysat by our other neighbor, and we thought it would be so hilarious and a really good idea to, moment of silence, put this girl's purse in the microwave and microwave her purse.
What?
Okay, that like has metal objects in it. We like melted her phone and her car keys, and I don't know what else was in her purse, but like caused actual damage to very expensive items in her purse. And like, I don't know what we were thinking. Like, I genuinely did not think that this was gonna. So my dad or both my parents at this point come home and are like, what the heck? And so they canceled my birthday entirely. Like, we did not celebrate my birthday that year as a punishment to the fact that my parents had to pay for this girl's like car keys and phone.
Oh, so basically what you're telling me is that you're only turning 20 because you had a whole birthday canceled.
This will be my 20th birthday celebration.
Katie, that's insane.
Isn't that so stupid?
Yeah.
But also really fun. Like, my family and I joke about that all the time. Like, oh, remember the year that you didn't have a birthday?
Yeah, it's not like you're scarred. Like, it's a fun joke.
No, it's really funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what's even funnier now, like, the older I get and the more I think about this story, like, genuinely what was going through my mind.
Yeah.
Also, my friend that I was with, low-key, she was like 2 or 3 years older than me. So she was like usually the brains behind all of our what?
The mastermind.
She was the mastermind for sure. Maybe I would go as far to say as a bad influence. But love you, Sarah. Oh wait, her name's Sarah too. That's funny. Okay, anyway. Why didn't I realize that earlier when I said her full name?
I was about to say you've already said her name.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I guess maybe we didn't think 30 seconds would hurt anything, but
y'all were wrong.
Come to find out, do not put your purse in the microwave. Or your
all
phone.
Listeners are like, dang, that's what I was gonna do later.
They were actually on their way to the kitchen to microwave their purse and their phone and their keys. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Please save you trouble.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to think. I feel like I've had like pretty normal birthdays.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I guess a couple years ago, I was in Disney World on my birthday, which was pretty cool.
That's really fun.
I think it was when I turned 20. So 3 years ago, I was in Disney. That was pretty cool. For my 21st birthday, the day after my birthday, I went to Chicago, which was cool.
Cool.
But I think it was my I think it was my 18th birthday party. Basically, I used to have my whole, like, probably all of high school. Every year I'd have a birthday party. And so we all know my birthday's in June. And like in elementary and junior high, I got burned for my birthday. Like not like physically burned, but like for my birthday, I try and have birthday parties like around my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone would be out of town and like this person couldn't come. And so finally I was like, I need to have my birthday parties like right when school ends. And it'll just be a month early.
Yeah.
So all of high school, I'd have a birthday party at the end of May, and I'd do it at my uncle's house because they have like a nice big house and they have a pool in the backyard and like a pool house, like all this stuff. So we'd always let us do it there. And so every year we do it there. And like I feel like every year they got bigger. And I want to say it was either my 17th or 18th, or maybe it was, no, I don't think it was 16. One of the birthdays, obviously not that memorable if I can't remember the year. One of the birthdays we had, like every single person I invited came.
Wow.
And it was huge. There were like every single person I knew was there. It was like the most fun. I'm pretty sure that was one of the years my mom like would rent. This is so funny. She would rent like a daiquiri machine. And she'd make like virgin daiquiris for all my friends.
LOL.
And so she had that, and we had like all kinds of food. And that one was just so fun because like most years a lot of people would come, but for some reason that year, like I just picked a great weekend and like every single person I invited showed up, and it was the most fun.
That's amazing. Remember when we weren't in a global pandemic and that is possible?
Yep.
I hate that.
I love this. We're kind of taking a turn real quick. This won't take too long, hopefully. I love
at the end of every podcast. This won't take too long. 15 minutes
12
later.
hours later. Insert SpongeBob meme. I love, this is gonna sound so like self-centered of me, but let me explain. I love like things that are about me. So like my birthday, because all my different friends like come together. Yeah. And it's fun for me, for my friends to meet my friends. Right. You know? So like I love like when I get to do birthday things or just I don't know really what else, or like my graduation or, you know, something that's like about me where like all the people I know come together. So like, does that make sense? Oh yeah, so fun. I would say my favorite thing about birthdays is the amount of words of affirmation that I will be receiving. True. That is so good for my heart. Yeah. That's true. People really go all out. I feel like the older you get, the less like presents you receive, but the more like heartfelt like words people tell you, or it's just cool like, oh yeah, like show me all the pictures of us, like I love that, or like tell me your favorite memory about us. Like I think that's just so fun. I'm like mad that my birthday's before yours because you used all of our good photos. LOL. I know we don't have a lot of photos together. I know, which is funny because here we are at the podcast.
you like take a screenshot of every video.
Oh my God.
That's actually pretty funny.
Stop taking my ideas and ruining the surprise.
So sorry. I guess I'm taking a page out of your book.
But I sometimes I think about how excited I am for my wedding.
Oh yeah.
Because the idea of like everybody that I know and love like all being in one room, that's my dream.
And then you're like getting married to someone that you know and love.
Yeah, hopefully that's not 12 years from now.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's fine, everyone. What if I was like, plot twist, getting married?
You're like, my favorite thing about my birthday is that I got engaged to this past year.
Like, jokes on y'all. I'm one of those people that like didn't post anything until I got engaged. Like all of a sudden I'm engaged.
I'm pretty sure we've said this already, but don't like double dip on the holidays, future husband. Like, do not propose to me on Valentine's Day. Do not propose to me on my birthday. Do not propose to me on Christmas.
Thank you.
Don't do it. Just pick a random day out of the year that has no significance, please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
I would like
because that just like sucks.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah. So future husbands, did you hear that? So do you all the time, like I'll all the time like tell people, be like, hey, make sure my future husband knows blah 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 blah. Like
LOL. Yeah, in my last YouTube, the one where I did like Vogue questions, one of the questions was like pearl or diamond, and I was like, diamond, what am I gonna do? Wear a pearl wedding ring? And Abby was like, okay, but if your future husband gave it to you, you would wear it. And I was like, okay, maybe, but and I like looked the camera and I was like, don't give me a pearl wedding ring.
I'm dead. Nobody gonna do that.
People do some weird stuff. I'm kidding. If you have a pearl wedding ring, that's low-key very different and unique, and I'm a fan of you.
True. I'm trying to think if I'm pretty sure it's someone that I know. Or was it a book that No, it wasn't a book that I read. This couple, they like the guy was like writing in his like in the book he talks about their engagement, and I want my future husband to do this, not like this entire engagement, but this one part of the engagement. Yeah. Basically, he had all this stuff set up. They went to a special place, blah, blah, whatever. But part of the engagement, like right before he proposed, he gave her a Bible, like a new Bible, and had her like what her name would like his last name.
I've heard of that. I want that too. That's so
I literally cried like reading this book. I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Future husbands, plural. Like both of ours.
Yeah.
Just girly Christian things.
No, seriously, girly Christian. Seriously, Christian girls.
We get one listen next week. it's
oh man,
Katie Price. All right, we really need to wrap this up.
Yeah, it's really been too long.
Oh man, this is fun. I'm so glad we have a podcast.
Same. This is really my favorite thing in my life. So
it's so good. Sarah, what
this is my favorite thing.
Excited about is like, first of all, like the 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. That's just so exciting. Also, when I'm 30 and my kids, we can like listen to the podcast and be like, what was mommy doing in the quarantine? Like, I have it all right here.
For sure. No, this is gonna be like my favorite part about this, which we've talked about before, is like I can't wait to see like where we continue to go with it and like be able to look back. I feel like even now looking back to like episode 1, like what
were we doing? Yeah,
I know. So like I'm excited. I don't know. I think it would be so fun to like meet like a famous person through this. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I don't, but like we just don't know.
Lil Huddy.
We just really don't know.
True. I just think it'd be fun. So if again, for the 500 times anyone has the hookup, let us know.
Yeah. Or more realistically, maybe if you want us to talk about something specific on the podcast.
Yeah, y'all, please tell us like what you want us to talk about. I will talk about literally anything.
Maybe they just love our content and they love our ideas so much that they don't have any suggestions. They're like, actually, you're perfect. Keep going.
Cool. I'm here for it.
Whatever.
Great.
Well, thanks guys for listening to episode 17 of Seriously Fun.
We had to throw in there what episode it was because we did not do it in the beginning.
We didn't. We barely even put the intro in the beginning.
True. But for real, y'all, thank y'all for listening for 17 episodes. That's commitment.
I cannot. Okay, whenever we get to episode 24, it'll be like a full day of us talking.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I also want to say I did not forget about your gift / thing I'm doing. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought. So do not expect it anytime soon. Sorry.
I have not forgotten. I think about it often, actually.
Okay, well, for the listeners, I did not forget. It's just not going to be here for your birthday.
I have no idea what it could be.
That's why it's not. That's what makes this fun. Seriously fun? What a concept.
Seriously fun?
Wow. But I didn't forget, just so you know. It's just taking a long time.
Okay. Well, the anticipation will just make it that much better, I guess.
No, it's going to be good. Like we could probably maybe I'll do like maybe I'll have to like come to Baton Rouge and we can do a YouTube video and it'll be like surprising my friend with blah blah blah.
Oh my gosh.
I'll blindfold you, put you on the ground like David Dobrik.
It's a snake.
And, like, it's actually a snake.
Just taking a lot longer to grow into a life-size snake than I was anticipating. Don't worry, it's still coming.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, we gotta end this podcast before we just talk all night.
Yes.
Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate it.
Y'all are the best. I almost said love y'all. I mean, I do love y'all.
I almost said love you too. It feels like a phone conversation. Like, love you guys. Bye.
True. Love y'all. All right. Thanks, y'all.